up, everybody? What is up, Super Neaters? What up, Super Neat Nation? It is 7 p.m., 7:02. According to my computer, my clock is off. 34% room humidity, 24 degrees Celsius. In the Super Neat studio, based here in beautiful, lovely Toronto. We're drinking AHA sparkling water. What is your AHA moment? Thank you all to that are joining us. And even if you boot it up in your Chrome tab and mute it, that's fine with me. How can Twitch know? Can't get DMCA because I buy all this music. The license and all. Get fucked, Twitch. Love you. Okay. What do you guys want to do today on the Super Neat podcast, the only podcast on the internet? Soon, we'll be changing up the format. It will probably happen after the winter break. I'll be traveling abroad to the United States of America, and unfortunately, I will not likely be able to have a podcast set up. We will see. My laptop is currently bricked. We'll see though, because I am in talks with the wonderful people at Dude, You're Going to Hell Computers. Okay. Let's get to work. Let's do what we normally do. Let's look at some news. Also, my head is floating. Is this better? I don't know. We're zoomed in a lot, so when I do this, it's an earthquake. I don't know, guys. We're trying it out. I needed to set the green screen up anyway for memeing, so tis what it is. For those of you just joining, welcome to the Super Neat Podcast, the only podcast on the internet. 7:04, 35% room humidity, 24 degrees Celsius. What's your aha moment? Let's get into the news. Boo! I think I have a graphic for this, but whatever. Oh God, why is it always a surprise to me? Blah blah blah. Russian government spies are behind the broad hacking campaign that has breached U.S. agencies at a top cyber firm. What is a cyber firm? Who's the dude with the hair? What up, Kid Charlemagne? Big shout out. I don't know. Could be me. Could be any of these images here. What's a cyber firm? Cyber firm. Oh, they all are linking to the same thing. What is the best cybersecurity company? CrowdStrike. Okay. Interesting. Let's cruise through these. Galaxy S21. I know that there's a viewer that we sometimes are in the chat that just bought a Galaxy S20. I don't know how you're going to feel because the S21 is now here. It's like they do this every year, people. All in disease. My aha moment is when I found out I had AIDS. All in disease, as in poker, as in he's all in. You had me at the first half. I'll be honest. Reddit's patch for Cyberpunk 2077, Cyberpunk 2020 is where we live now, yields double-digit performance gains on AMD CPUs. Good work, Reddit. You bunch of nerds. I believe in ray tracing, but I don't believe in NVIDIA's RTX 3000 series, says somebody that no one cares about. Whatever, man. That's cool. They're still, like, pretty boss cards, whether you believe in them or not. And they're expensive and they're impossible to find. That is the world we live in, Mr. NotebookCheck.net. I'm sure you have a good point. but not good enough a point for me to click on your motherfucking link. Elon Musk, this I care about whatever Elon's doing because he is a banana pancakes human. Elon Musk is leaving Silicon Valley for Texas. These millionaires and companies are joining him. You know, I've heard about this, people. It's the new Wild West. Silicon Valley shutting down. It's just going to be another hunk of sand again. Interesting. I'm sure there's tax incentives. I'm sure there's other reasons. But what I'm most sure of is that we're moving on. Jesus. Let's keep going. Post-Brexit world. Who knew? Dun, dun, dun. Germany will go into strict lockdown over Christmas to curb COVID-19. Good work, Germany. That probably will boast some positive effects, I imagine. We'll see. India farmers, misleading claims about high-profile support. There's a photo of Barack Hussein Obama. Interesting. All right, we're going to scroll through these really quick. Major snowstorm possible in NYC this week. And look at that. Watch out. Gruesome gore alert. There is a body possibly deceased here in this thumbnail. My aha moment was when I woke up in a pile of my own sick after a night of partying in Taipei. I was covered in blood that wasn't mine, and I learned I had married a horse. Thanks, aha. I think we've all had one of those moments. So if you're ripping down ahas in chat, this one's to the aha. Please sponsor me, aha. You don't even have to give me money. Just give me fucking seltzer water. Otherwise, I'm going to buy a soda stream and quit throwing away pounds and pounds of aluminum. New York has a cameo in The Crown. Ooh! How fun! Okay. Reminding people don't eat raw meat sandwiches. Guys. You got annulled. She did say nay. The horse married against its will. I was there when she said nay. Wow. What a turn of events in Taipei. That's Taipei for you, baby. Is that a thing people say? This chart might have you rethinking your approach to the stock market. Guys, why are people eating raw meat sandwiches in the first place? Let's dive in real quick. State officials in Wisconsin are warning some families to think twice before indulging in the time-honored holiday tradition of eating raw ground beef sandwiches. What in the fuck, Wisconsin? Has anyone heard of this? Please, in chat. State officials in Wisconsin, let's reread this so brain can process. State officials in Wisconsin are warning some families to think twice before, they call it a slimy Joe, before indulging in time-honored holiday tradition of eating raw ground beef sandwiches. Not kidding, my dad eats raw ground beef with salt, nothing else. What in the fuck? And he's alive, I guess. My dad eats raw ground beef with salt. Nothing else? Does he put it on bread? If you haven't heard, yes, this is indeed a Wisconsin delicacy. I don't know if you guys... Okay. Better known as cannibal sandwiches or even tiger meat. Nada. No bread. Just ground beef. Fuck. As Wisconsin Public Radio notes, this misunderstood practice goes back generations. Oh. Especially in popular Milwaukee and southeastern parts of the state, though it has been reported throughout the upper Midwest. There are more than one persons out there eating raw beef, ground beef, including Hudson Fu's father, with just salt. Of course, eating raw meat carries some significant risks, okay? Such as contracting salmonella and E. coli, the hippest new rapper on the scene, Lil Coli. So ahead of the holidays, when cannibal sandwiches are traditionally enjoyed, for some reason, ahead of the holidays, you would do it instead of whenever, maybe because, I don't know, it's colder. The Wisconsin Department of Health is reminding citizens, hey, this shit's raw. Let's see what the Department of Health Services has to say. This is my favorite piece of news ever. For many Wisconsin families, raw meat sandwiches are a holiday tradition, but eating raw meat is never recommended because of the bacteria it can contain. Bacteria. Ground beef should always be cooked to 160 degrees, which doesn't even seem that hot. Eat more holiday food safety tips. Wow, look at this beautiful ground beef, though. How do they expect me not to eat that? You shouldn't have used that. Such a gorgeous image. Wisconsin Health Department Services. Actually looks like more like ground turkey to me. That's some pretty light colored ground beef, to be honest. So you might be asking, what's so bad about cannibal sandwiches? And you probably aren't asking that because you're a normal person. When people eat things like steak tartare in fancy restaurants, and steak tartare in parentheses, a raw meat dish. Good question. Not really. As today's show explains, when you're using the Today Show as a reference, not good. Ground beef, the key ingredient in cannibal sandwiches, is susceptible to cross-contamination because of the way it's processed. No doy, it's ground, which involves, because that's why you can eat a steak. For those of you just joining us in the 21st century, you just have to sear the edges of a steak because the inside is good, unless that cow had some sort of parasite. But there's probably no bacteria in there because it's, I don't know why. Just do it. It's fine. Wisconsin, so blah, blah, blah. Steak tartare uses high quality fresh meat, typically cuts from one cut, as opposed to grinding a bunch of shit together. Yeah. Wisconsin Public Radio. Wow. Wisconsin's got their own public radio. For slightly safer raw meat eating, you absolutely must have a cannibal sandwich. But we here at Bring Me the News prefer our meat cooked. Just saying. Wow, you had to go and play the superiority card, huh? We here at the news site no one's ever heard of prefer our meat cooked. And we speak for everyone that works for us. Why don't you let people have their raw meat sandwiches, bringmethenews.com? Or not. I don't really know. I don't know if this is a big problem, to be completely honest. Do people die? They just get salmonella. Check out Cheeseburger in a Can. Totally insane. I'm actually, for some reason, interested in Cheeseburger in a Can. Taste test. Ready to eat. That was a thing in 2018, it seems like, a lot of videos. Let's just do this one. This looks the simplest.
What's up, guys? For today's video, I'm going to put to the test
Cheeseburger in a Can.
I have done this.
Actually, I want to hear him say it.
In a can. I have done this before, but this one is a little bit different. Let's see what it's all about. Also, it comes like with one of these cheeseburger like fast food baskets or whatever, layer paper thing, and there is a can inside of it, and it actual canned burger with bread, onions, cheese, 2 cheeses, and ketchup. Can you believe it? I wonder if it's going to look like at least like that picture. Probably not at all. But this is pretty hilarious. Probably main difference with this cheeseburger versus the other one is a hamburger. So it's a lot smaller. Also, look at the date over here. It's good till 09/07/2029. So another 10 years. Didn't tell me when it was made in, but yeah, at least 10 years stays good. So this is like a survival food. So let's open it up and see what it's all about.
Just open it.
Just like a sardine can. Okay, guys, there goes nothing.
There goes nothing.
Whoa, what's happening in there? And check this out. There's actual cheeseburger in there. Actual piece of bread. This is gonna be a good thumbnail right here. Boom. Boom. How do we take it out? Oh, nice. The other one didn't really have a paper. Now that I remember, look, it's capture all the extra moisture. So hopefully the bird is not too soggy.
The bird. I'm gonna start calling.
We'll find out.
Cheeseburgers, birds for short. The bird.
That's definitely pretty thick cheeseburger. And everything just melted together. There's the cheese. I see there's black cheese over here.
Eat it.
Probably cheddar cheese. Little pieces of tomato seems like.
Oh my god.
And
can you just put anything in a can and you're fine? Is that how cans work? Explain to me why this is not somehow will kill you. I genuinely want to know. How can you just put a burger in can? How do put burger in can?
Definitely onions right here, but look at this meat. This is crazy.
It is crazy.
Okay, well, let's give it a bite and see how it tastes.
Okay. Yeah, yes, I love the bite cam. Get that bun in there. Okay. Close the mouth, please. Why are you doing it like this?
Okay.
Why? Canned seafood is
I
huge
just bit in an
delicacy.
onion. I can still taste the onion. It's pretty much
just finish
the only thing I can taste.
All right, I think we get it. Is he gonna finish this thing? Cheeseburger and can. I just want to hear him say cheeseburger and can one more time.
Doesn't taste like anything. I guess if you would have to survive, that's not a big deal. You would eat that, probably will survive, but you're not going to enjoy it, that's for sure.
I love these caged fucking huskies in the back. Fascinating, honestly. Cheeseburger and can. Huh. When I first saw it, I was like, bro, I would like to try that. And after his review, I think I'm good. It has ketchup. It has mustard, onion, pickle, and ketchup 24. This chart might have you rethinking we already did it. All right. Cyberpunk 2077 players are getting refunds after complaining about performance. Guys, it has been out for like 2 days. Just fucking wait. Jeez, come on. I want a refund. I want a refund on this game. It come out yesterday, it don't work. Refund! Refund! Just wait. Or don't buy it day one, you dingoes. It's an enormous game. Been working on a long time. It's probably gonna have some bugs. Jeez Louise. Okay. I think we've covered about everything that I care about. SpaceX 9. Falcon 9 launches and deploys satellites day after another rocket crashed in Texas. A Sirius XM satellite. Good work, SpaceX. I didn't know you guys crashed one. Good work. Watch the meteor shower live. Online. How to see the Christmas star. Whoa. Last one. Total solar eclipse will darken the sun December 14th. How to watch from anywhere. Take a look at the sun. No, I guess half the planet can't see it. I want to know how to watch from anywhere. Do we want to know this? You guys give a shit about this? Does anyone give a shit about this? The eclipse will track across the southern end of South America, with people in certain regions of Chile, Argentina, able to witness the full eclipse in person, if the weather's clear. Weather permitting. A well-placed boat or ship. Boat or ships are allowed in the parts of Pacific or the Atlantic Oceans may also have a shot at seeing the total eclipse. Interesting stuff, I guess. There's one piece of news that I heard during this week that I'm surprised isn't on here under the For You. Did you guys hear about that alien thing, man? That old guy talking about aliens? Let me get a A in chat if you guys heard the piece of news about aliens. If everyone knows about it, we'll just move on. But A. Not the movie or the show, you dingoes. The former Israeli space security chief says extraterrestrials exist and Trump knows about it. This is the one. We're going into this a little bit. Guys, listen, people. Wake up, sheeple. I will allow ads this time. NBC, because this is a good one. All right, let's get in. Former Is this better? Former Israeli space security chief, which I didn't know that we had space security chiefs, or at least Israel does. I didn't know that space security chiefs were things, but I guess it makes sense because there's a lot of shit going on up there. I assume. Haven't seen it with my bare eyeballs yet. He says, I'm assuming he's a he, extraterrestrials exist and Trump knows about it. Two bold claims. A bold claim with a bold clarifier. A galactic federation, quote, Trump accidentally reveals existence of ET by announcing dead aliens voted in 2020. Nothing shocks me these days. A galactic federation, quote, has been waiting for humans to reach a stage where we will understand, ellipses, what space and spaceships are. I know what space and spaceships are. Space boats. Haim Eshed says. Space and spaceships. How many of us need to know, alien? Aliens. Federation. I want in the Federation. Sorry for the banging on the desk. I know I'm not supposed to do that. Guys, welcome to the SUPERNEAT podcast, the only podcast on the internet. It is 7:24 p.m., 36% room humidity, 24 degrees Celsius. We are drinking AHA sparkling water. What's your AHA moment? And for just a brief moment, we are going to dive in to these claims that former Israeli space security chief says extraterrestrials exist. Trump knows. By Saul Goodman. Space security chief has sent eyebrow shooting heavenward. That is a fucking sentence. Former Israeli space security chief has sent eyebrow shooting heavenward by saying that Earthlings have been in contact with extraterrestrials from a galactic federation. This is on NBC. These people are real news, right? The Peacock News. The unidentified flying objects have asked not to publish that they are here. And what do? Publish that they are here. We ask one thing of you, humans. Please do not publish in your NBC News that you are here. NBC. Aliens are here! I'm sorry, that's the last time I'll hit the desk. Haim Eshed, former head of Israel's Defense Ministry Space Directorate. Wow. Told Israel's Yediot. Did I say that right? Aharonot newspaper. The interview in Hebrew ran on Friday and gained traction after parts were published in English by the Jerusalem Post on Tuesday. Can we get it all in English, please? I do not speak Hebrew yet. A respected professor and retired general. This guy's got the creds, man. Said that the aliens were equally curious about humanity and were seeking to understand the fabric of the universe. The aliens are seeking to understand the fabric of the universe? Or we are. I guess we are. Let's watch this.
When we started our company, we simply wanted better sheets. But along...
I'll mute it for you guys, but I can still hear it. They won't let me mute it. Does so much more for planet. We're not... Will it still play like that? There it goes. We're just going to buy some time. I don't get paid by these people, so I'm not going to make you watch it. Bowl and Branch. 30 nights risk-free to get a blanket. All right. She did the classic news deep breath taken where I'm going to let everyone experience that.
Aliens exist and President Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space security chief. In an interview with an Israeli newspaper, he said the aliens have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely explains this one.
Hi, Alison. Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space.
This guy's got a great accent.
A security program for nearly 30 years. Chaim Eshed is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years. Not immigrants, but extraterrestrials. He has called them the Galactic Federation of Aliens, and he says President Trump is aware of the existence of these aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims, but was asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria. Well, the retired general says the US and Israel have kept it from the public because, quotes, humanity isn't ready and the aliens don't want to reveal themselves until humanity can evolve, he says, and understand what space really is. Well, the good news is that he claims an agreement has been reached between the US government and the aliens, a contract to do experiments here. There's also, he says, a secret underground base on Mars where there are American and alien representatives.
Before we continue onward, let's break this down, please. Secret underground base on Mars. Secret underground base, Mars. That alone, this guy is pretty respected. He's a professor. He was in charge of space security, which I imagine is pretty important. Saying that there is a galactic federation of space aliens and they do not want us to know about it yet. And yet here we are, NBC. You guys are going to get vaporized. Vaporized if true. And that they have a base on Mars underground, and we have human representatives. It is, I don't know if everyone here is appreciating the multi-tiered unwinding of the fabric of the universe here. Not only are aliens real, they know about us, we know about them. They do not want us to know about them, and we are represented in their galactic federation on Mars. On Mars, people. For those of you that cannot process this, I shall demonstrate with the technology of Streamlabs OBS. I am a human representative, representing Earthlings, humankind, and the planet Earth in the Galactic Federation. This is Mars. Boom. I am on Mars underground. Underground. What are we telling them? What are they telling us, our representatives? Where are our representatives from? Which country or countries? Which language do they speak? Do the aliens speak English, or do we speak alien? Or both? How many alien races are in the Galactic Federation, and how many are represented in the underground base in Mars? Welcome to the SUPERNEAT podcast, the only podcast on the internet. It is 7:32 p.m. We are drinking AHA sparkling water. What's your AHA moment? 36% room humidity, 24 degrees Celsius. And we are, right now, if you're just joining us, we are discussing how NBC broke the only fucking rule that the Galactic Federation of Aliens, space aliens, has given humanity. And they just posted it on the internet a while ago, December 8th. And no one cares. Mass hysteria is what's supposed to happen. Okay, I'm going to continue playing this video, but first, let's recap. Space aliens, real. There's a federation of them. We're not allowed in until we understand what space and spaceships is. There is a base underground, that's secret, on Mars with representatives from the Federation and from humans, and President of the United States, Donald Trump, knows about this. And he just doesn't care, or he is following the rules of the aliens. Let's see. Let's continue.
Now, this former head of a branch of Israel's defense ministry is 87. He was very well respected, at least until now.
87.
And he said all this in an interview with an Israeli newspaper in Hebrew, but it's really taken off after parts of it were published in English.
Let's look at that profile pic real quick. That's pretty sick.
But it's really taken off after parts of it were published in English by the Jerusalem Post today. He says he's come forward now in the hope that his news will be accepted as true. He notes that if he'd made these claims 5 years ago, he would have been hospitalized, but now he says, I've got nothing to lose. Well, so far, President Trump has not tweeted about this, though remember a year ago, he did set up the Space Force as the fifth branch of the US Armed Forces. Well, we did ask the White House, the Department of Defense.
Is Trump afraid of China or space aliens in a galactic federation on Mars?
And Israeli officials to comment. So far, they have not responded to the NBC News request. And I wonder if they ever will. Alison.
This is truly an unprecedented.
Whoa. Blah, blah, blah. Mass hysteria. They're on the verge of... President Donald Trump was aware of the extraterrestrials' existence, was, past tense, and has been on the verge of revealing the information, but was asked not to. God, if anyone would have done it, it would have been Trump. That would have actually been a clutch move on that crazy guy. In order not to prevent mass hysteria, they have been waiting until today, December 8th, for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand, in general, what space and spaceships are. I feel like, in general, we understand what spaceships are. Maybe we don't know what space is. That's the problem about thinking that you know things. I think that we know about spaceships and space. But if the aliens haven't let us into their intergalactic Federation, then probably we don't. The White House and Israeli officials did not immediately respond to NBC News. Sue Go, a spokesperson for the Pentagon, declined to comment. What an interesting job that must be. Sue's at the Pentagon. She's like, fuck. Aliens told us not to do one thing. They fucking did it. And they're like, do you want to comment, Sue? And she's like, fuck off. We are going to get evaporated. A spokesperson for NASA said one of the agency's key goals was the search for life in the universe, but that it had yet to find signs of extraterrestrial life. Who pays NASA? Think about it, people! Although we have yet to find signs of extraterrestrial life, NASA is exploring the solar system and beyond to help find... Are we alone in the universe? So we can't trust NASA. That is clear, I think. Oh, we still got Mo. Oh, and then there's the monolith. We don't care really about the monolith. So he's 87, and he says if he had said this 5 years ago, then he would have been hospitalized. What he's saying is they would have threatened his life. But now, since he's 87, he, quote, has nothing left to lose. Fascinating stuff. Nothing left to lose. Our only hope is Elon, who is a lizard. What if Elon is a representative of the Intergalactic Space Federation? Or was it just Galactic Space Federation? Galactic Federation. Is it intergalactic? Are we multiple galaxies? Let's just say galactic. Yeah, I don't know. In May, Trump said space is going to be the future, both in terms of defense and offense. Now we're the leader on space. In space, maybe? On space. He presented with the official flag with the new branch, the Space Force. Be honest, I'm a huge fan of the name, the Space Force. Space Force kicks ass. Its focus, along with Space Command, also kick ass, is on space as a military domain for the U.S. Probably don't have a fucking snowball's chance in hell as far as any sort of military presence in space against a galactic federation. Maybe against other spacefaring countries. Yeah. China, Russia. Probably fair fight up there. But, yeah, if they have a secret underground base on Mars, I don't think your Space Force is really gonna do anything. Let's finish this out. We're so close. Okay. Ished's comments immediately spawned jokes and theories online. At least half a dozen accounts have been created on Twitter claiming to be representatives for Earth from the Galactic Federation. So it is galactic, not intergalactic. Other users have asked for preferential treatment and meetings with the otherworldly group. Mass hysteria or Twitter trolls. Nick Pope, son of the Pope, who used to investigate UFOs for the British Ministry of Defense, described Eshed's remarks as extraordinary. Either this is some sort of practical joke or publicity stunt to help sell his book. Oh, he's got a book. It's always a fucking book. Perhaps something has been lost in translation. It was in Hebrew. Or someone in the know is breaking ranks. All of those could be true. None of those could be true. I would like to buy the book. Maybe that's the whole point. But what? He's 87. He's been working for the government in Israel for at least like 25 years. He's probably pretty set for his remaining 3, max 13 years of life. Surely he's not just... Maybe his spare time has been a science fiction novelist for 20 years. And he's like, fuck it. it would be the ultimate long con to be in charge of space defense. But if anyone has a practical understanding, it would probably be him as far as a science fiction author goes. Interesting. Pope said the UFO and the conspiracy theory community was excited, but that questions remained, including whether or not Eshed was speaking from direct personal knowledge and experience, or whether he is representing, or whether he is repeating something he has been told. Has he been to the Mars base? When you go to the Mars base, do you get to come back? How did they get to the Mars base? Surely by alien spacecraft. There are still some things missing. Some missing pieces of the puzzle. Interesting. Guys, that's the first time I read that article. I saw a clip on the internet. What's up with my chair? $7:43. 36% room humidity, 24 degrees Celsius here in the SUPERNEAT studio in lovely Toronto. The question is, are we on the brink of mass hysteria? There's an even newer one Joe Rogan talks about. But I can't watch Joe Rogan anymore. Joe Rogan is fully off the deep end. An Israeli general says aliens are real but avoiding humanity. That checks out. Why? Because we haven't seen them? Forget Trump and Bibi. You'd much rather read about the Alien Galactic Federation. True. I want that guy's book. Former Israeli space defense book. Boy. Is this the same thing I was just at? Alright, well, we'll have to wait. Oh, I gotta do this again. Quickly, and we're almost done with this for those of you that don't give a shit. But, so there's NBC and there's MSNBC. What's the MS stand for? This just has a really great cover art. Okay, so this is basically the same article. Maybe. The Galactic Federation probably doesn't exist, but if it did, I somehow doubt it would want us as members just yet. So what happened is NBC spilt the beans, and MSNBC's got to do the cover-up. Think about it, people. Where's Hulkbuster unit? Let's get to chatting. Fascinating. What do you guys think? Let me get a put the number 1 in chat if you think the Galactic Space Federation is real. Put a 2 in chat if no. 3 in chat if on the fence. Okay. The numbers are in. But you can't vote twice. Kick him, mods. So we've got from our small quantitative study here. Looks like it's true. We have 3 yeses, 1 on the fence, no nos. Space is fake. The Earth is space. Jesus Christ, does that make Earth fake? I'm spiraling. Soiled it. Guys, this is phenomenal. what does mass hysteria look like? Can we go through? Can we quickly take the steps and walk it through? So let's say someone with more respect than NBC, my hair goes that way, huh? Drops this. New York Times. The New York Times did post that weird footage of the Air Force chasing like a little dot around. Aliens made my penis look smaller than it actually is. The aliens, me too, brother. The aliens are among us and they are shifting the shape of our penises. It's a conspiracy. Mars finally got with the program on remote working. So the people, the Galactic Federation just see the probes on Mars and they just laugh at it. They're like, look at this Lego car these humans are driving around. And they're like, okay, we gotta wait until they understand the concept of space because clearly they do not. Okay, so let's work through this. All major news publications agree that the sources are credible. Somehow there is some sort of physical proof, evidence. There's a great undoctored photo or TikTok of a human and an alien shaking hands underground on Mars. On Mars. And the news publications have no other choice but to release the information. Because if they didn't, they ain't gonna get them sweet clicks. But if they do, then what they are doing is inciting mass hysteria. So mass hysteria happens. Everyone goes out and buys toilet paper. So everyone buys toilet paper and guns and whatever, and then stops going to work, starts building bunkers. What does everyone do? What does mass hysteria look like? I genuinely want to know. What do people do? And the aliens say, like, they make themselves known. They're like, we are here. We want you to join the Space Federation. And then humans do what? War starts? I don't know. What happens? Mass hysteria for a while and then we get over it? I'm just trying to work this out because I would like to know when we can meet the aliens. If everyone's going to freak out, then yeah, we probably shouldn't do it. But as Captain Nihilism says, humans adapt to everything. It would be a couple weeks of mass hysteria. And then we just go back to, you gotta eat rallies. We go back to living our lives, and now we know aliens are there. And then we just kind of, there's going to be some people on this side and that side, people that want to blow them up and people that want to work with them. And we obviously, it's extremely clear, I think, to all people, even non-believers of aliens, that if there are aliens that can contact us, they can vaporize us, most definitely. I'm 100% sure of that. I don't think we have a fucking chance. Rallies, you gotta eat. So there's no point in fighting them. But if they can teach us things, maybe some superior energy creation methods, transportation around our galaxy for resources and such, and maybe convince us not to blow each other up. I mean, it seems like a net positive. After the hysteria, seems like everything's positive if the aliens are chill. Which it seems like they are, because there's a federation, means teamwork, and that we are represented in that federation. Means they're willing to talk to us. So if they wanted to blow us up, they would have. But also from their perspective, why would they unless they see us as a threat? And they obviously don't, because they don't even think we know what space is. So, what sort of alien hazing do we have to undergo so that we can get in the club? Let's hit it. The truth is out there, man. It is 7:51, 36% room humidity, 24 degrees Celsius on the SUPERNEAT fucking podcast, the only podcast on the internet. I want that book. I will be honest. If this is just a ploy for him to sell his book, it worked on me. Because I want to buy it. I wonder what it would say. I clicked. I'm trying to find some space alien music. But it's hard to find it when your music's all licensed. So, we are slowly wrapping up this podcast. I am shilling for rallies. Gotta eat. So everyone watching, everyone that's been watching, get the Rally's burger. What it's called, like the Big Bufus or something? The Big Humburger. Can anyone tell me what the Rally's hamburger is called? The Rally's in a can? The Big Buford. Wow, that's unlocked from the core of my brain. Big Buford. Shout out to Kid Charlemagne, who also has a sketchy background, if you know what a Big Buford is. It's the trash. Aliens are real. Confirmed. The retired Israeli general Haim Eshed has confirmed there is really life among the stars, and most of humanity is not yet ready to meet it or the Big Buford. And quite frankly, Hayes Brown can't blame it, whatever it is, for being skeptical of humanity. And I mirror that sentiment, Hayes Brown, because we are muy stupido, the human race. And the former head of Israeli Defense Ministry's Space Directorate is letting us all know aliens are real. They are among us. We are represented in their federation, and they do not believe in us. Let's everyone take a breath together. In space. With us in space here. What does it all mean? What is life? What could the knowledge of extraterrestrial life mean for humanity on the whole, but also in our day-to-day? Would it change much? Who's to say? All right, guys. I don't know if it's even worth picking up another topic. You know? We went down a rabbit hole today, I can say. We have explored the universe. We also saw a guy eat a canned hamburger. I mean, is there anything else that we need to do? I think we call it. 7:56, 36% room humidity, 24 degrees Celsius. AHA sparkling water. We got the green screen working. I'd love to continue using it. Let me know. Let me get a GS in chat if you guys like the green screen. I don't know if it really made any sort of practical difference, but it does seem somehow maybe more immersive. It's a lot of fun. We're gonna try gaming with it later this week. So stay tuned, keep your notifications turned on. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/superneat12345. We're gonna be posting some content to YouTube this week as well. Guys, I love ya. I'm glad to have you with me here. This is always a pleasure and such a wonderful experience for me, less so for you, the sufferers. You guys are all little Jesuses on the crucifix that is the Super Neat Podcast. And that is going to do it for the Super Neat Podcast. This is episode number 16, I think, and I believe it's titled Crab Walk. Because why not? Because I don't know what we're gonna do before I name them. It's been a blast. I cannot thank you enough. 758, 36% room humidity, 24 degrees Celsius. The AHA water is empty. The Israeli Space Directorate is coming forward. It's all here live. You heard it first on the only podcast on the internet, the Super Neat Podcast. Thanks again, everybody. See you next week, I imagine. Peace.